Hello, everybody, and welcome to Abington's Got Talent, a brand new talent show where viewers send in their talents to us in hopes to win a $25 gift card of their choosing. I'm Aaron Johnson, your host for this evening, and alongside me are four different judges who are going to determine who has the most impressive talent among us. Why don't you all introduce yourselves?
I'm Tirrell, and I cannot wait to see the clips we have today.
I'm Erielle Amboy, really excited.
Hi, I'm Drew Wilson. Can't wait to see your submissions.
I'm Matt Lyons, and I'm ready to see some awesome talent.
Without further ado, let's cut to Andrea from Abington with our first clip.
Hi, I'm Andrea McLean, and I know how to dance and balance things on my head. So watch this.
I don't know if you guys saw what I just saw, but Andrea had that routine down. I mean, she wasn't even looking at the TV, and she was balancing that bowl and doing Just Dance like a pro. I mean, a pro. Derek, what did you think about that?
Yeah, I was really impressed. You could see there was a lot of practice going into it, and like you said, she really did know what she was doing, and yeah, very impressive.
What about you,
That was-
Ariel?
That was amazing. Definitely, I cannot do that for my life. Not even walking. So, really impressive.
Matt?
I mean, you could just see the dedication. That no look, the spin around, it was amazing. Took my breath away.
3 entire bowls, too. Absolutely crazy.
She-
Andrew, last but not least?
That was very impressive. To be able to balance the bowls on your head and dance at the same time, that's crazy. I couldn't do that.
All right. Well, I think Andrew's kicking off at a strong start. Let's cut to Dan from Milton with our next clip.
Dan McCready here. Thought I'd do a little bit of comedy for you. Hope you all had a very happy and socially distant Passover and Easter. Both great holidays. They're definitely better than New Year's. Now, don't get me wrong, it's good to ring in the new year and all that, but it's just a very anticlimactic holiday. Do you think? Yeah? Well, here's why I think that. Because this is probably, no matter what you did, no matter what your plans were, your New Year's probably boiled down to basically something along the lines of 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year! Okay. See ya. Well, as anticlimactic as that can be, it's definitely better than Valentine's Day. I have never much cared for that holiday. It's just trouble. Yeah. Because if you're a single person, okay, you're not in a relationship or anything like that. Valentine's Day is just the entire day pointing at you going. Now, if you're in a relationship, though, it's not necessarily any better because, you got to do something. One year around Valentine's Day, girl told me, "You know what, Dan? I don't care about Valentine's Day. You don't have to do anything for me." No, I didn't. And I am currently single. I'm not. I'm actually in a relationship, but the joke just works better if I say that I'm single. So, there you go. Well, anyway, that's my time. Thanks for watching this, and hey, we all know Abington's got talent.
All right, we had Dan from Milton busting out some unique, and I mean some unique jokes. Matt, what do you think about that?
I'm a huge fan of stand-up comedy, and when we were creating this idea, I just thought, I hope someone does comedy, and I'm so glad that Dan did. He was wicked funny. Everything he said was unfortunately relatable. He had me laughing. He's definitely got some talent.
What about you, Ariel? What are your thoughts on Dan?
I love the energy he put into it. For some comedians, you don't see a lot of character and energy, and there's so much uniqueness in it.
I mean, you can see the dedication to those jokes. Like he
Yeah.
took his personal experiences and put it out all on display for us. And let's go to you, Derek. What about you? How do you think of Dan?
I mean, what made it so funny for me was just how relatable it was. Like, it was just so true, and that's some of the best comedy out there when people just state facts like that kind of make you rethink what you do, and that it was really relatable and really funny. So, like,
Andrew, come at you last again. What are your thoughts on Dan?
Dan was very funny, and I'm not gonna lie, he really struck me in the right way when he said the 3, 2, 1 on New Year's, because what do we do on New Year's? Pretty much nothing. We all just sit around, count down, and then we leave. That was pretty funny.
With all that said and done, let's go to Ed from Duxbury with the next clip.
I'm Ed Perry from WATD. I'm also known as the old troll of rock and roll. Yep, I used to be the Saturday night disc jockey on WATD, and I'd start my show, hey, it's me, the old troll of rock and roll. Time to get the Ford flying and the Chevy shaking. And now, here's a song that'll get you both into the back seat. Well, music is music, and I don't play the drums. A trumpet is something that I rarely blow, and there's just music is something that I love, though, and so I learned a little bit of harmonicization, and I have my red B, made in China, by the way, harmonica, and maybe I can just play you a little song. This is an old-fashioned American song, and it's about a girl, and it's called Oh, Susanna, and it goes like this. And that is Oh, Susanna. A little bit messy maybe, but nonetheless, hey, it's music. Another thing I like to do in the spring is to try and write a poem or read a poem or do something. And this has been a really, really difficult spring for most all of us. But there are some things that haven't changed. And one of those things is cleaning people's lawns as the spring really turns into something green. And it's a way that has nothing to do, it's a project that has nothing to do at all with the virus. It has only to do with getting your lawn ready for spring. But to do that, to rake up all those leaves and burn them, you got to have a permit from the town to set that fire. And that's what this poem is about, getting a permit to make spring really lovely. It's called Permit Day. I watch as Charlie takes his leaves, shifts them really, and moves them to a silly place beside old Dexter's car. It hasn't moved in months and never will again. The tires are split and Dexter now peeks slyly round the shade. He winks. It's Permit Day when fires and smoke are made. The bundle grows and each new shake of Charlie's rake exalts the hill yet higher. Brown and dry it rustles, old leaves ready for the fire. Dexter's curtains open now, the shades are up, his hands are cupped as if to pray. It's Permit Day. Then Charlie strikes the match, holds it to the ground. No wind today, no breezes play. Then suddenly the flames appear and circle round the smoking pile of stuff once green. And in a while I glance and see old Dexter smile. He laughs, then turns his face about. The wrinkles shrink. A slow new wind wafts smoke away. It's Permit Day. Have a lovely, lovely weekend.
And we're back. Honestly, guys, when I heard the old troll of rock and roll, I was not expecting him to bust out an absolute I don't know, an absolute tune on the harmonica, let alone poetry. Absolutely crazy. Let's go to you, Drew, first. What was your thoughts on Ed?
Well, first of all, when I heard the harmonica, I thought it looks simple, but it actually is really hard to play. I've tried it before, and it just does not sound like the harmonica, I'll tell you that. And then when he went to the poetry, that was pretty incredible too. I thought it was very, very deep. So that's what I thought.
I mean, you don't hear too much about Permit Day, but at least Ed shines some light on it. All right, Ariel, how about you?
The harmonica took me away. That was pretty cool. I was not expecting that at all. And he seems like such a sweet guy that I would definitely hang out with him. The poem was so deep. I agree with you, Drew. It was so meaningful. And yeah, learn something about Permit Day.
No offense, but for an old dude to absolutely shred on the harmonica, blew me away. Blew me away. Anyway, to you, Matt.
As someone who owns a harmonica,
Oh,
he's got some skills. I am truly envious of his talent, and that was some of the most vivid poetry I've heard. He is a master of words, and I would love to hear some more of it.
all right. And lastly, Derek, what are your thoughts on Ed?
I thought that was amazing. I mean, that harmonica, I was not expecting him to get into it like that, and he did a great job. And with the poetry, that was amazing writing, but also his delivery when he was reading it was so amazing. It really got me into it. I thought he did a great job.
All right. For our fourth and final clip, we have Craig from Brockton. Let's get right to that.
Me and my uncle went riding down Colorado, West Texas bound. We stopped off in Santa Fe, that being the point now, about halfway. Besides, it was the hardest part of the day. We let our ponies into the stall, went to the bar, boys, bought drinks for all. 2 days in the saddle, my body hurt. It being summer, I took off my shirt, tried to wash off that Texas dust and dirt. West Texas cowboys all over town, gold and silver, they weighted down. Just back from roundup, seen such a shame. And so my uncle, he starts a friendly game. Oh, hello Jack, and the winner takes a game. From the beginning, Unc starts to win, and them cowboys, they mad as sin. They say he's cheating, but that can't be, because my uncle, well, he's as honest as me, and I'm as honest as a Denver boy can be. One of them cowboys, he starts to draw. I grabbed a bottle, cracked him on the jaw. I winged another, doubt he'll see old. That's when my uncle, well, he just grabbed the gold, and we both hide it down the road. Well, here's to cowboys, and here's to gold, and here's to Uncle, God rest his soul. He taught me well, boys, all I know. Taught me so well, boys, that I grabbed his gold, and I left him laying there at the side of the road. And I left him bleeding there at the side of the road. And I hightailed it down to Mexico.
All right, Craig can sing. Craig's got the pipes, guys. And did you see the head flicks? The head flicks while he was strumming. Awesome. Erielle, let's go to you. What do you think?
I'm so excited that I was able to see a guitar play in person in this episode. And I gotta say, I was really vibing with it. I was really digging. And I'm just like, I don't know, he really worked that guitar really well.
I gotta say, Craig is a vibe. Let's go
Yeah.
through.
Well, to be honest, I pictured that we were gonna have a guitar player here, and I was very impressed with what he was able to do. And the way he used his fingers like a spider, like how do people do that? It astonishes me.
All right, Matt, what was your thoughts on Craig?
He was awesome. The way he could go from finger picking to strumming, like at the drop of a hat, was amazing. His voice was awesome. I loved the story that he told. It was awesome. As you said, the hair flicks, everything.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite part. I know I'm not a judge, but if I was going to judge, he'd win just on the hair flicks alone. All right, Derek, to you.
I mean, I thought it was amazing. Like Matt said, the story was so cool, and I was invested in the characters, and that was all because of his delivery. And both his singing and the guitar playing really sold that story, and it was awesome.
All right, awesome. But before we get to voting, I have a quick little announcement to make. If you wanted to be on the show but didn't make the deadline, then you're in luck, because we are officially extending the deadline. If you have a talent you wanted to showcase, then check the description for all the submission details and get to submitting. Now let's get back to the show. And we're back, and all of the judges have their votes confirmed. All right, so Matt, let's go to you. Who was your winner and why?
This was a tough one. This is honestly way harder than I thought. A lot of great talent. I mean, this is really tough. But my overall vote goes to Craig from Brockton. I love what Andrea did, and Dan and Ed, all so creative. And it makes me proud to be in this area, that we have so many talented people. But I have to go with Craig because he took something that I think it was Erielle that said, like, we expected a guitar player, but I don't think I expected one to be played like that. He was so invested. Everything, the guitar playing, his delivery, it was impeccable. So my vote goes to Craig from Brockton.
Well, congrats, Craig. You just got your first vote from Matt. Let's go to Drew. Drew, who is your winner?
Yeah, I agree with Matt. This was tough. You know, all these submissions are very, very good, and it's hard to pick the best one out of the four. You know, Andrea balancing bowls, that's unique. That's unique. So I took that into account. Dan with the stand-up comedy, that was very impressive too. Then there was Ed with the harmonica and the poetry, and there was Craig with the guitar. So I don't know. If I had to pick one, I think I'm going to go with Ed because he could do two things, and the poetry, that hit deep.
All right, one vote Ed, one vote Craig. Going to Derek. Let's see who you have as your winner.
We saw some really good talent today from all our contestants, but my vote is also going to have to go to Ed. Not only was the harmonica piece amazing, but that poem really elevated it, and his performance of that poem, how much he was into it, and the story that it told, and the truths that it had was just amazing, and it's the exact type of talent that I'm looking for here at the show. So my vote goes to Ed.
All right, 2 votes Ed, 1 vote Craig, 1 judge left. Erielle, who is your winner?
Well, I mean, everything was just so unique. You have like musical performances, stand-up comedian, dancing, and you know, as much as I love music and stand-up comedy, I gotta give it to Andrea. I love the uniqueness. I've never seen it before, and her being able to balance that, like, and dance, loved her confidence and style.
Awesome. All right, so I guess with a vote of 2, Ed is going to win the $25 gift card to a local restaurant of their choosing. How about we all give a round of applause to Ed? Because, I mean, the troll of rock and roll came through at the end. And, I mean, he just rocked it, I guess.
I definitely want to go over that Trolls Bridge, I'll tell you that.
Wow, what a great episode. Those were some really unique talents. And how about those judges? They were pretty cool too. Especially one. Matt. Matt really shined in this episode. He just seems like a really cool person, a person you'd want to hang out with. Who was your favorite judge? Think carefully. Thanks for watching, and tune in next week for a brand new episode of Abington's Got Talent.